Here's a short video to illustrate how the ties should be basted to the sides of Butterick 6318. So here we have our two ties, which I've actually modified a little bit by creating these little points at the ends compared to the blunt end of the pattern. In addition, instead of just cutting two of these pieces and then churning up a 5/8 inch hem all along the edges of it, I actually cut 4 of these, and then I sewed them with in two pairs with right sides together, and then I churned them right side out. And here we have double-sided ties so that we don't have, you know, the wrong side of the fabric showing on either of the sides. So if you're working with fabric where you would prefer for the wrong side not to show on the other side of your ties, then you could always use this little hack. So once you have your ties constructed, go ahead and attach them to the side of your dress. And just remember, here's the side. This little curve right here is where the armhole begins. And so you can see here that I've already pressed up a hem in preparation to stitch that hem in place. So this is the sleeve right here. And then this is the back of the bodice hanging out over here. So here we have our front bodice. Here we have our center front darts below the bust. And returning to the ties, so we're going to go ahead and attach these ties to each of the sides, left and right. Now it can be a little confusing to figure out how to attach these ties just because they have this angled edge on the fat end that attaches to the dress. And so the question becomes, well, do I attach the tie like this to the dress or like this? And you can help answer that question by paying attention to where those double notches are on the pattern piece. So if you see, the double notches are right here, and that corresponds to the double notches on the bodice. So we can go ahead and match those up, and you see that then this tie fits really nicely within this vertical space. If we were to try to attach the ties matching up those double notches the other way, it would be quite obvious that they would not be attached correctly, because watch. So pretend I'm trying to attach this tie with the double notches matched up right there where my yellow pin is. You can see that the tie would hang down all the way here. So use these double notches to help you get yourself oriented. Now the final pointer is that if you have not used my little hack here and created double-sided ties for yourself, it's important to note that when you attach the ties to the side of the dress, the wrong side should be facing down, and then the right side should be facing up. So the side showing that folded up hem underneath, that should be touching the dress, and so that should be facing down. And then the pretty side of your ties should be facing up. So that's it. Go ahead and pin them like this, and then go ahead and baste all along each of these edges. And I would just use a 4-length stitch and then just sew down the sides with the right edge of your presser foot lined up with the right edge of your fabric as you go.